Tiffany's is luxury. Tiffany's is class. Tiffany's is the ultimate American dream when asking for that yes. But with millennials in no rush to put a ring on it, how does an almost 2-century-old brand stay modern without abandoning its heritage? Tiffany's was founded in 1837 as a stationery and fancy goods emporium called Tiffany, Young and Ellis. By 1853, they discovered that their market niche was more jewelry, less stationery. The company changed its name to Tiffany and Company. Over the 20th century, Tiffany's became synonymous with engagement rings. Thanks in large part to Audrey Hepburn and the 1961 film Breakfast at Tiffany's, the brand's reputation and luxury stature became a part of pop culture. But as with most heritage brands, there comes a time when heritage starts to sound a lot like old. By 2017, sales were in a serious slide, as millennials and other younger customers looked elsewhere to find a cooler version of luxury. By February of that year, CEO Frederick Kumenal resigned after 2 straight years of nosediving results. In reaction to that major sales slump, the company hired former Diesel CEO Alessandro Bagliolo as its new chief exec, and the company's first chief artistic officer, Reed Krakoff, a veteran of both Ralph Lauren and Coach.
The brand has been consistently, I would say, traditional and somewhat quiet for the last decade or so in terms of newness. We have our first new setting in love and engagement in 10 years, just launching now, called Tiffany True. Paper Flowers was the first fine jewelry launch in almost a decade. It all reflects a more casual brand attitude, but also the most rarefied, all with room to grow and expand.
An October 2018 report from consulting firm Bain reported that people born between 1980 and 2010 had generated 80% of the growth in the luxury industry over the previous year.
Everyone knows the film Breakfast at Tiffany's. So one of the very first things I worked on was the building and creating a Blue Box Cafe. And that was definitely a foray into a new area. It's something that Tiffany has never been in the business of before, and an area that is really just the beginning of the next generation of retailing.
After its initial success in New York, the brand is now exporting the cafe concept elsewhere to cash in on the experiential potential far beyond Fifth Avenue. First is a pop-up breakfast cafe in Beverly Hills in May 2019, and launching a Tiffany Cafe in Tokyo. Tiffany's experimentation hasn't ended there. As with any brand, it faces the challenge of breaking through the constant din of cultural noise in order to get people's attention. The brand's advertising reflects a riskier, less buttoned-down approach. In its spring 2018 campaign, a 1.5-minute video starring Elle Fanning called Believe in Dreams featured both a nod to Breakfast at Tiffany's and a custom Tiffany track by A$AP Ferg. The diamonds sparkle and Fanning sports a Tiffany blue hoodie. Meanwhile, the brand's Instagram feed is sprinkled with the likes of Kendall Jenner and Lady Gaga.
You can be part of a brand 24/7 through social media, through retail, through online channels, or many, many, many other ways. And you have to be really convincing, and you have to tell a coherent story. That's really critical to have one overarching voice. I love the saying, brands are like people. You kind of have to get to know them, and it's a very organic, iterative process. It's not a straight line at all. So you do something in one part of the business, in product or in marketing, in PR. You kind of have to take that in and see what it does for the entire brand until the next piece. If you're not conscious of that, you're not constantly challenging yourself in terms of things you're doing. It's difficult to be successful, I think, unless you're constantly reevaluating how the brand is tracking and how it's evolving.
Looking ahead, the brand's buzz is as strong as it's been in years, and U.S. sales have increased over the past 3 quarters. Still, challenges continue as U.S. holiday sales remained essentially flat compared to 2017, and sales in China have been slipping.
I don't think too much about success, I just think about what's next. But knowing that Tiffany, I really believe, is the only American luxury brand, and the only brand that has credibility and commitment to create incredible craftsmanship and doing things the right way. The fact that we have such a long history of commitment and credibility and craftsmanship, it's not a hard story to tell, but it's a story we need to be more forceful about. So I think I have an amazing palette and amazing opportunity to tell stories that are unique and proprietary and will drive the business forward.
As with any brand, no one single move is a silver bullet for success. But what these recent moves by Tiffany's demonstrate is that they're willing to bet big when it comes to the brand's future.